Okay, so here we are on our morning walk, out with the dog. We start over here. This is the yard. It's our barn. I used to have horses when I was a teenager. My dad built that barn for us. The field, my apple tree, my weed patch that was a garden at one point. It's a beautiful day, nice foliage out. This walk is about 24 minutes, half an hour, so I won't film the whole thing, just kind of tune in for some of the interesting parts. And here we go, we're heading down here. Okay, so here's the entrance to the woods. This is the path down to our well. It's getting to be fall, but still a lot of green here. It's where I used to play at the brook when I was a kid. Just ahead, down the end of this path, is where we start out near the well and the brook. Oh, there's Ember. Ember! Can you say hi to the camera? Can you say hi? Oh, what a good girl. Can you sit? Sit. Oh, look at that beautiful girl. Okay, go. Okay, there's my crooked tree. Of course, when we were kids, we used to love to climb on it and pretend it was a horse and ride it. It's kind of dying now. All the bark is falling off, which makes me real sad, but I guess that's the way things go. I'd like to find an artist who works in wood who might like to make something out of this, because as you can see, it's really gnarled, and I'm sure that inside it would have really great texture. But I haven't found that person yet. So we're going to continue on our walk. Here's our first spotting of some wildlife. This little guy, I don't know if the video camera can focus on him, is a red eft. They're everywhere here in the woods. We also have to be careful to avoid stepping on them. They're real sweet little guys. This little pool at the bottom of my waterfall. Again, pretty much everything you can see in the screen from left to right here, that's how wide the waterfall would be when there's more water in the brook. You know, it's just a little trickle. This section right here is maybe about, I don't know, 15 or 20 feet tall. But if we come over here, you can carefully come to the edge here. And if you look down, we're at the top of a big valley, and behind sort of these trees and brush that you see here, the waterfall continues on. It's about 60 feet total from top to bottom in 3 stages. So, oh dear, where are we? So this is the top stage, and probably the most dramatic of the drops. But it continues on down for quite some ways down into the valley. That's a hike for another day. Yeah, I just got smacked in the face with a twig. That happens too. When we saw the red eft before, I realized I didn't give anything to show the scale, how big they are. So here they are. These guys are a little bit smaller than full grown. This one looks a little more green in his skin. That guy's gonna go hide under the log. But I've always liked them. They're everywhere, and they're real cute little guys. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It took a while to climb out of the valley, but now we're back up at the top. We're coming around back to the brook, which we cross a couple times on this walk, going kind of around in a big circle that the brook bisects. So here we are, back at the water where we cross. We have these stones kind of arranged for a little crossing, but this time of year, with the water real low, it doesn't really matter. It's pretty easy to get across. And up this hill is where the old sawmill used to be. And when I say sawmill, it was just some guys with a log splitter. It wasn't really a big building. It might have been a shed way, way, way back in the, I don't know, more than 100 years ago at least, because there's nothing out here now, that's for sure. Well, bears. But the bears don't bother us too much. There's a real nice section with a lot of yellow foliage on the ground, ferns turning yellow. Hey Amber, wrong way, come on this way. A little sample of some of the color. Alright, so here we are, heading back to the field. End of the walk. It's my house hidden behind those apple trees where we started out. Thanks for coming along.
Epilogue. I'm excited because we had some rain and flooding last night, and now you get to see what my waterfall really looks like.
Oh, isn't that pretty?